many of us struggle with feelings of worthlessness on the inside, but we smile bright and we do our best to let those feelings hide. Cause take a look around, nobody's looking down for 100 miles wide. So we just assume that we're the only ones who let it hurt our pride. And we bottle it up saying that's enough, stop your moping. It sounds good except people turn that bottle into coping. They use it to run away and hide as if they were eloping, filled with liquid courage, empty on confidence, not like they were hoping. Or maybe you're not the one who turns to alcohol and lets yourself overdrink. Maybe you're the one who sits alone in your room and lets yourself overthink. Those doubts and worries and isolation push yourself over the brink, and you begin to really wonder, is everyone over me? And yet you can't really tell anyone, because how can you explain that you feel like no one cares and the last thing you want to do is complain? So you keep it locked inside and let those thoughts eat at your brain, wishing you could go stupid and only think in the mundane. Now is that the type of feeling you want to have on any given Monday? Where you feel lost and alone, hoping that maybe you'll get better someday. And you want to be bold, strong, courageous, but the rest of you refrains, and those worries, doubts, and fears quickly blow out that small little flame? Well, now it's my turn to speak the truth and to dump a whole lot of propane to turn that small little flame into a fire that can't be restrained. So next time you're down on yourself and you feel like you are worthless, open the Bible, listen to God, remember you have a purpose, because I promise you'll find more than what you need within those verses, and they'll make all that you are going through surprisingly hurt less. So now let me remind you of some truths. In a world that's filled with lies, I'll do my best to make you see with a fresh new pair of eyes. Yeah, you may be broken, torn, nothing to stand for or hope dematerialize, but remember through all this chaos, we've been given the greatest prize. We're children of God. Who we are is rooted in royalty. Power, faith, and strength are incorporated in our identity. Even when you feel like no one cares, God still makes you a priority. So ask Him to show up and demonstrate His loyalty. Because we're not meant to live this life with a spirit of timidity. That truth was given to us in the first chapter of 2 Timothy. And over powers of evil and thoughts of negativity, Luke 10's truth is that we've been granted authority. And the reason behind this is not because of who we are, but whose we are. Because let's face it, if we were on our own, we really wouldn't go far. And this life was meant to be lived and embraced in the loving arms of our wonderful Father who loves us regardless of any wrongs. And yeah, I get it. Life looks scary and you start to feel like you're all alone. But remember Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous. God's with you wherever you go. Because I promise you're more capable than you even know. The enemy's trying to stop you, trying to place that fear inside your soul. Because he's afraid of how much you'll actually begin to grow when you realize you're a child of God and there's nothing to fear anymore. Now let me repeat a phrase you might see at signs you buy at the mall. God doesn't call the equipped, He equips the called. This means even you, even when your faith feels small, God can use even you, even when your life feels stalled. That's the type of mentality we should have, programmed and installed. But we feel like our lives need to be perfect first, but we keep having setbacks. Like, how can God use me if there's so many things that I lack? But really, these disruptions we encounter actually keep us on track, because they're opportunities for us to learn and fight back. And we realize God still loves us, even if there are things that we can't perfect. Take, for instance, when Jesus fed 5,000 men with only 5 loaves. Those 5 loaves were enough to feed 5,000 men along with their betrothed. That's just Jesus' way of wonderfully showing you the ropes, that if you give Him all that you have, He'll take care of the growth. Because I mean, what it comes down to is not about what you can do, but the truly incredible things that God can do through you. Take a look at Moses, David, Ruth, Jonah, Paul, and Esther too. These were people that God used that were more unqualified than you. I promise you're worth more than you believe. I promise you it's true. So take a step back and look at yourself from God's loving view. He wants to do big things through you, but that's only if you do too. Now the question that remains is, how will you let God use you?